Coming up on this jolly edition of Hashtag That.
We're back with the latest Hollywood news updates.
All that and more from Hamden to Hollywood. We're your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Welcome back to Hashtag That. I'm Carly Sanger.
And I'm Amar Harslani. Let's dive into some Hollywood scoops.
The new musical movie adaptation of the original off-Broadway show Tick, Tick, Boom, released on November 12th, has been a smashing success. The film released on Netflix follows Jonathan Larson, the creator and composer of the Broadway hit Rent, before his success. The character is played by Andrew Garfield, who definitely brings his story to justice. The film, directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, stars this lead actor with appearances from some of the biggest names in the industry, including Vanessa Hudgens and Chita Rivera. In more recent music news, Joshua Bassett has released new music for the first time since Olivia Rodrigo's Sour dropped in May of this year. After Rodrigo's album dropped, there was overwhelming speculation from the fans that her album was about Bassett, even though there was no confirmation of them having a relationship. In 3 songs, Crisis, Secret, and Set Me Free, the artist completely opens up about how he's been affected in both emotional and physical ways since the stress of the hate he received after Sour hospitalized him and sent him into the early stages of septic shock. He spoke to GQ on behalf of this topic and told them he had written these songs months ago but was too scared to release them. He said, quote, "I finally found the courage to speak up for myself," end quote. Whether this drama between Olivia and Joshua is fact or fiction, it's hard to pick sides with both artists creating such great, meaningful songs.
Rihanna has been named a national hero of Barbados following the country becoming a republic and cutting ties with the British monarchy after almost 400 years. This took place during the presidential inauguration. The Prime Minister of Barbados told Rihanna, quote, "May you continue to shine like a diamond and bring honor to your nation by your works, by your actions, and to do credit wherever you shall go," end quote. In other news, Netflix has announced that one of its latest movies, Red Notice, is now the most watched movie in Netflix history, bringing in 328 million viewing hours in just 18 days, surpassing the previous record held by Bird Box in 2018. Red Notice stars Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, and continues to remain in the top 10 films on Netflix in 94 different countries. According to Netflix, 50% of all Netflix's subscribers around the world have viewed Red Notice.
What's better than holiday treats? Bella and Gabby are here to show us how to make the cutest festive treats.
Ho ho hey! Hey hashtag, it's Bella.
and Gabby,
And we're back for another cooking video.
and this time it's Christmas edition.
Let's get started!
So first up on our list, we're gonna make brownies. But not just any regular brownie. We're gonna cut them into triangles and make them look like trees with green frosting. And then we'll put sprinkles on it so it'll be like ornaments.
First, you gotta preheat the oven. You got a little 325.
So first, you must dump said brownie powder into a bowl. Next, you take 1 egg and crack it in the bowl. Now, gotta use some vegetable oil.
Next, you put your 4th cup of water.
And then you spread it out. But first we're gonna, pour it all out and then we're gonna spread it out.
Now that we have the brownies in the pan, we're gonna put it in the oven for 40 minutes. Alright, for our next and final treat, we're making the classic Pillsbury sugar cookies. I know you've had these when you were little, and now we're gonna bring that nostalgia back.
So guys, totally not planned, but one of us is gonna have to change. Anyway, we're just gonna place these nice little cookies on the sheet and spread them out.
So after very carefully putting these onto the cookie sheet, we will now put them into the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. And now that the brownies are done, we are going to cut them into triangles to make little Christmas trees.
We take some green frosting, like about this much, and you'll put it on the brownie and then you'll smear it.
We have frosted our little trees here. It is time to decorate them with some sprinkles. So now we are finished with our sweet treats.
And they are so much fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, we are really good bakers.
Thank you for watching. We hope you guys have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
And we'll see you later, hashtag.
Back to you guys at the desk.
I tried one of those brownies before the show, and it was delicious. Stay with us. We'll be back after the short commercial break.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. It's here. It's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Thanks for sticking with us. Some of our hashtaggers teamed up to tell us their favorite movies of 2021. Let's check it out.
Hey hashtag, my name's Michael Hanley, and my favorite movie that came out in 2021 was James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. It was a really great movie. It had Margot Robbie, Sylvester Stallone, John Cena. They were big names in it. I really just loved everything about it. The cinematography was great, the story was great. It was much better in my opinion than the original Suicide Squad. And it was the first DC movie in a while that I really enjoyed.
Hey hashtag, it's Audrey. My favorite movie this year was Dune, starring Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, and Oscar Isaac, and so many other notable actors. I left the theater feeling speechless about this film. I thought that it was incredible. The sound design, the acting, the special effects, the everything, costumes was just so awesome and such a great story. And it's only part one. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend giving it a watch.
Hey hashtag, it's Luca. I chose for the best movie of 2021, Malignant. A lot of people didn't like it, and I can understand why. It felt very campy, but I think that's what made it work. I didn't see the twist coming in the end, but the campy acting made it seem more realistic within the movie. I went in with very low expectations, and I was so surprised. I had so much fun watching it. Just an overall great movie, in my opinion.
Hey hashtag, it's Julia Schnarr, and my favorite movie of 2021 had to be House of Gucci. Lady Gaga and Al Pacino were in this movie, and I just found it so fascinating. I love the fashion. Lady Gaga was fantastic in it. I definitely think she deserves an award. And this movie just had it all. The soundtrack from the 80s was fantastic. I'm trying to think of other things to say that were good about this movie. All the actors were just great. I really loved the story. Even though it was based on a true story, it was entertaining to say the least. So yeah, it was just fantastic, and I love seeing it on the big screen with me and my sis. It was a great experience.
Hey hashtag, I'm Willie Tier, and I'm here to talk about my favorite movie of the year. My favorite movie is Bo Burnham's Inside. Wait, hold up, back it up. You think it's not a movie. Well, you're right, but you're also wrong, because it uses cinematic language to tell a story, and what is a movie, if not that? And listen, it's about one of our greatest artists working right now, telling a very introspective story, and it's just kind of perfect, and I highly suggest it, so please, go watch it on Netflix.
This year sure was full of some excellent movies. Thanks for sharing your favorites, guys. Next, we have this week's Hollywood Highs and Lows from Manny Galicki. What do you have for us, Manny?
Hey hashtag, it's Manny, and I'm here this week with your Hollywood highs and lows. Starting out with a Hollywood high, People magazine has named Sandra Oh, Simone Biles, and Dolly Parton People of the Year for 2021. These three ladies, along with all of the nation's teachers, have been awarded this title for the impactful differences that they have made during one of the toughest years we have ever faced. Oh is celebrated for fighting anti-Asian hate, Biles for the great strides made on normalizing mental health struggles and redefining what success is in sports, and Parton for giving away millions of books as well as supporting COVID-19 research. What an amazing accomplishment for these three incredible women. Sadly, American fashion designer Virgil Abloh passed away this week after a long but silent battle with cancer at only 41 years old. Abloh was the artistic director of Louis Vuitton menswear, as well as the founder of his own brand, Off-White. He is highly praised for blending ultra-masculine fashion with the current trends of luxury world. The announcement of his passing was made on his Instagram, saying that he passed due to a rare and aggressive form of cardiac cancer. And quote, through it all, his work ethic, infinite curiosity, and optimism never wavered, end quote. And to finish up on a Hollywood high, we received the official announcement that Clayton Echard will be the next season's Bachelor. Clayton was a contestant on Michelle's season, and it has been rumored that he would be returning to Bachelor Nation as the new lead for months now, but over the weekend, his promo pictures were dropped and fans went crazy. On an appearance on Good Morning America, Clayton says that he was, quote, looking for someone that was funny, intelligent, driven, and put forth effort, and quote, found out very quickly that the women blew his expectations right out of the water. We are so excited to watch this season and see how his love story plays out. And that's all I have time for this week, so back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Manny. Ben and Luca are here to give you a review of some of their favorite Christmas songs. Let's check it out.
Hey, what's up, hashtag? It's us, Spotify Wrapped, and we're here to talk about our top 3 Christmas songs. I'll let you go first.
So mine's a bit interesting. I've gone for a mixtape for my number 3. It's Home for the Holidays by J. Cole. I love J. Cole. It's from 11 years ago, but it just hits different every year. So that's why I'm gonna put it in my top 3. Luca, what do you got?
I honestly agree. I didn't know about this song until earlier today when you showed me it, but I genuinely liked it. I'm gonna be listening to it later this holiday too. Up next on my top 3 list, I've got Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Eve. There's no words, but I just think it's a phenomenal song. It makes me feel hyped. I think it just goes hard.
Yeah, it's one of those songs you just kind of vibe to on Christmas. But for my number 2, I'm gonna take it a little back. I'm gonna go with Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. But I love it when Frank Sinatra sings. Huge Frank Sinatra fan. And just when he sings, especially as the remastered version as well that's out now, it's very good. So that's my number 2.
I honestly don't like that song, although Frank Sinatra is kind of great. I love that guy. I just don't really care for the song. It just like names off Christmas things. But at my number 2, John Lennon's War Is Over, Happy Xmas, just a banger. Who doesn't love that song? It's just a Christmas classic, and I could put that on repeat for like 5 times in a row. I just love it.
Yeah, you talked about a banger as your number 2. I actually put it as my number 1. We were listening to it earlier in the car. It is a fantastic song. It brings me all the Christmas spirit whenever I listen to it, so it has to be at my number 1.
Yeah, I agree. But for me, number 1, always Wham! Last Christmas. It's just so good. It's perfect. It's a perfect song. I can't argue with it. I could put that on repeat like 30 times in a row. It's just that good of a song.
Oh, well, that's our Spotify Wrapped for Christmas. What's your Spotify Wrapped? And we'll get it back to the desk.
Wow, those were some great outfits. Thanks for the holiday cheer, guys. Stick around, we'll be right back.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org. Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Julia Schnarr is here to give us this week's Hollywood news update. What do you have for us, Julia?
What's up, hashtag? I'm so excited to give you this week's Hollywood news update. Billie Eilish, for 4 years now, has sat down with Vanity Fair on October 18th to discuss her life updates so far. The biggest change from the 15-year-old Billie first starting this time capsule is her growth in popularity and record-breaking Grammy wins and nominations. Billie encapsulates her years of fashion and growth as a young female artist. Her fans wait for these to come out every year, and when released, run to YouTube to watch and see how Billie has changed in her somewhat video diary. Have you guys watched Vanity Fair interviews? Are you a fan of Billie?
I definitely started being a fan of Billie after her album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And I've seen clips of the Vanity Fair interviews, and I really enjoyed watching her come from when she was 15 years old. She's definitely come really far.
Right. I'm not exactly a diehard fan of Billie, but I honestly think that she's so cool, from her outfits and her different hair choices. And I like most of her songs. I just can't get into it completely, but she's really cool, and it's cool that she's our age. What else do you have for us, Julia?
House of Gucci was recently released in theaters and stars Lady Gaga as Patrizia Gucci. I think I got it right. Gaga was fantastic in this role, and so was her wardrobe in the film. To promote the show, Lady Gaga wore some stunning looks at the premiere that had everyone in awe. And of course, Lady Gaga has made fashion statements in the past, and although these weren't her most outrageous outfits, her custom Gucci and Versace garments were just as breathtaking. Have you guys watched the film? What did you think about Gaga's premiere look?
I haven't watched the film yet. I'm really excited for it though. But her outfit was serving. That was incredible. But she's always been so great with the fashion and her wardrobe, and I've always loved Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I've been listening to Lady Gaga since I was a kid, and looking at all of her different outfits and everything she's ever worn. It's really impressive. And I haven't seen the film either, but I'm definitely gonna add it to my list after seeing this. Yeah. What do you have for us next, Julia?
For avid TV watchers, you'll be happy to hear that that season 4 for 2 different shows are on the horizon. Both Stranger Things and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel are coming out with their last seasons within the next year. Mrs. Maisel is streaming February with more jokes and wit from the writers and actors. I haven't seen the show, but the trailer has me convinced that I should start. Stranger Things is set to release sometime in the summer of 2022, starring Millie Bobby Brown, Sadie Sink, and many more. Are you guys fans of Stranger Things and the other 2 shows? Are you looking forward to the next 2 seasons?
I've seen the first season and a half maybe of Stranger Things, and I really enjoyed it. I never really could get into it more after that, but I think after this I definitely will have to go back home and watch all 4 seasons now.
Right. I've been really excited. I've always wanted to watch Stranger Things. I think I'll probably binge the whole series when season 4 comes out. But with The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, it's always been on my list. And I actually was in New York City one day, and I saw them filming a scene for this season, which was really cool. And Milo Ventimiglia, who was in Gilmore Girls, is in season 4, and I'm very excited to see him.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it either, but I definitely am going to add it to my list. I love comedy shows. I'm definitely going to have to watch it for the humor and wit.
Right. Thanks, Julia. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot me on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Now to talk about the newest movie in the Princess Switch franchise, we have Mike Hanley and Audrey Scafati here to give you a review. Let's take a look.
What's up, hashtag? It's Audrey Scafati.
And I'm Mike Hanley.
And today we are going to be reviewing the third Princess Switch film.
In these three movies, Vanessa Hudgens plays three different characters, all with very different personalities, and the goal of the movie is just for all of them to impersonate each other.
So, Mike, we just finished this movie. What are your overall thoughts?
It's bad.
I would have to agree. This movie is not good, but doesn't that make it kind of amazing?
I mean, yeah, if you want a movie to watch with your friends as a joke for like a holiday kind of vibe, then yeah, definitely go for this movie. So, what did you think of the plot and all?
I thought the plot of the third movie was very interesting. It was a heist theme, love a good heist, but it was just a little interesting with the star of St. Nicholas. It was very complicated.
The fact that Vanessa Hudgens played three people pretending to be different people, it was really just, I was lost.
Yes, it gets confusing at some points when there's one actor playing three different parts, and then those three different parts end up impersonating the other parts. So Mike and I are both film majors, and throughout the movie we were just noting how awful the writing of this movie actually is.
It was just so bad.
What do you think of Vanessa Hudgens' British accent?
I think it was insulting. It was insulting to British people everywhere. So, did you enjoy the movie at all?
I think at some points that I did. It was fun to laugh about how ridiculous the plot was. And I think that's just what you have to do with movies like this.
This is maybe like a preteen movie.
Yeah.
And then like, once you're older, it's one of those movies you can just sit back and laugh at.
Exactly.
So in all, this movie was mediocre, but a good watch if you just want to waste time.
Thank you so much for watching our review of The Princess Switch 3. Back to you guys at the desk.
This week, Carly and I are going to be playing a game of Finish That Lyric, Christmas edition. All right, let's get started.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
But the
fire is so delightful. Yeah, okay.
I love this song.
Oh, there we go. I have always loved this song.
This is really, like, I've listened to this like every Christmas since I was like a little kid. This is like definitely one of my like top Christmas songs of all time.
Yeah, this song makes me really happy because there's a version of the Disney cast singing it all together from like Fa La La days, and that like really makes me think of my childhood. And I love that, like the Fa La La days when you would see the commercial for it, it was like your dream as a kid.
No, I remember seeing those, and those were definitely like, they made me so happy just watching them as a kid, like in between my Disney shows.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's see what's next.
With the
year.
holiday greetings and gay happy meetings, is that what it is?
That might be what it is.
I
don't think I know this one.
That's not it. That's not
I
it.
don't think that's it. No.
Armand, do you have an idea?
I don't. I'm lost. What is this?
It's a different verse than we're thinking of.
Yeah, it's the most wonderful time of year.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is this?
It's not ringing any bells right now. Kids jingle.
Oh. Everyone telling you be a good.
That was bad.
I know this song. Yeah.
That was bad on our part. Do you like this song?
I do like this song. It's a good song. I feel like I should have gotten that. Now I'm like disappointed in myself.
Yeah. I feel like it's a traditional song. It's a classic. Yeah. I was definitely thinking of a different verse, and then I got a little stuck. But
I think we're gonna have to start singing them in our heads to get this from now on.
Yeah, I think that we were thinking of the second verse.
I think we were, yeah.
Is it the most wonderful time of the year?
I think it is the most wonderful time of the year.
I agree.
Christmas time is definitely my favorite time of year.
Christmas time is the best. Yeah. Oh,
Let's see what's next. It's beginning.
Take a.
I know this lyric.
Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Okay.
This is.
I feel like I really should be.
I know the song. I just don't know.
Like
I know how it goes. I don't know what the lyric that comes after.
I am genuinely at a loss, and I think it's embarrassing that I can't think of this.
I agree. am very disappointed in myself once again. That's
Yeah.
the second one in a row I don't know.
Can we have some help?
Let's see.
Look at
the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again.
I never would have gotten that ever. I
I
did not know
I
that.
had no idea it was that, but I know how it goes, so I can definitely like hum it in my head, and I think I'm gonna give myself a little credit for that.
Yeah, I honestly think that they're picking different parts of the song than what are usually put on the radio.
I don't think this is the main chorus.
I think that they sabotaged us for the game.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. This is very difficult.
It's a great song.
It is a good song. Yeah, I love the song.
Yeah, I love the song. I'll listen to
that
it.
is
It's
definitely
obviously
very
on my
tough.
Christmas playlist.
Let's see what's next.
There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
This is Frosty the Snowman. What comes next though? This is tough. Hold on. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
And when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
I think that's it. Yes. Okay. Good
Okay,
job,
we got
Carly.
one. We
Good
got
work.
one. Did you watch Frosty the Snowman when you were little?
I did. That is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time.
I honestly don't think I've seen it like through. I
Really?
think maybe I watched it when I was like little, but I could
I
not
remember
tell you.
in like elementary school they would always put it on like around the holiday time. They like bring the rolling the TV into the room and just
Would
they would play it. It was amazing.
That was more the Polar Express for us.
Polar Express was also a great movie, but I never watched that in school. I would always watch it at home.
Well, no. Oh,
Let's
next
see what's
one.
next.
Later all will conspire.
Later on, we'll conspire.
This seems really.
This seems like when we find out, it's gonna be like really obvious. and
as
we'll be
we
embarrassed.
drink by the fire.
As we drink by the fire. Is that
As
it?
we-
As we drink
as-
by the
is
fire.
it-
As we
yeah,
dream by the
dream.
fire. We were
thinking
close.
more like drinking hot chocolate by the
Yeah,
fire
drinking
with your
hot chocolate.
friends. Yeah, that was my
I
idea.
guess.
That
Dream by the
song
Fire
is
too,
very,
yeah.
very pretty. I'm a very musically oriented person, and I love the melody of that song a lot.
That song is definitely like great. Like, I love this song. It's very like
Yeah.
catchy.
It's another one that's on my Christmas playlist. I know that a lot of different artists sing covers of it, but I don't have a favorite. Do you?
I don't think I have a favorite either. No, I think the original is probably just gotta be my favorite. Let's see what's next. More than you.
I just want you for
Make my wish come true. All I
Take
want
it,
for
Armand.
Christmas is you.
You want to?
That's it.
We got one.
We got one.
it.
I think that was the most obvious one, and if I didn't get that, I probably would have had to quit.
I agree. Honestly, this song is my dad's favorite, so it's on just 24/7 in the house all the
Really?
time. If he wants to play a Christmas song, it is this
It
song that
always
gets
is.
played.
That's the same thing with my brother. He'll always be playing this song all day, like
Yeah.
around the holidays. Like I'll just wake up at like 2 p.m. to just this song.
You really seemed like you wanted to belt it out there. Do you want to give them a little show?
I don't think I should do
No?
that now, but it's definitely a good idea. Let's see what's next.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. It's really hard to think of these when you're not
when
singing
they're not
it.
like when we can't hear it. This
It's
is tough.
really hard.
I definitely.
No, I'm not gonna sing it at all. So
You should try.
no, I'm just gonna
Okay.
think of it.
This is. I definitely like know it. But
If the fates allow, there's different verses.
with the
This-
same like starting line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Let your heart be light.
Yep.
I think that I got a different verse again.
I definitely did have a different verse in mind, but I didn't know what that was either. So
I think maybe I'm just a bad sport and need to be right about it.
I agree. Let's see
All right,
what's
let's
next.
last one. Rock it around the Christmas tree. Let the
What is it? Oh, I definitely know
Christmas
it, but I don't know the
party
actual
rock.
words. Christmas party rock. Is
I
that it?
think that I'm just like
It's
really
something like it's something like that.
myself.
This is Christmas
Christmas
spirit
spirit.
ring. We were not even. We got Christmas. That's 1 out of 3 points for us.
I think that I need to go listen to Christmas music.
I should have studied before this.
All right, let's move on from this and go to celeb celebrations. All right, before we head out, we want to wish a very happy birthday to Judd Apatow. The director turns 54 today. From all of us to you, we hope you had a great day.
We also want to wish a happy birthday to rapper A Boogie with the Hoodie. The singer turns 26 today. All of us here at Hashtag hope you had the best day.
That's all we have for this very jolly episode of Hashtag That.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts and download the Q30 app on the App Store to stay up to date.
From our Hashtag family to yours, happy holidays. I'm Carly Sanger.
And I'm Armand Ruslani. We'll see you again next year.